Some days I'm in a strange place, feel like I'm falling far from your love. I do what I don't want to, trying to be for you who I should be.
Hey Keith.
Hey Brian, how's the surf?
Yeah, it was incredible, eh? Perfect day on the beach.
No, that's
and
good.
Amy came to the beach for the first time. She walked down onto the beach, walked up to a group of guys, she goes, "Hi guys," and she like blows me a kiss,
Nice.
biting her lip. She looked so amazingly sexy. Then she said, "Who's going to take me surfing?" Looking straight at me, and I know. So I said, "Fine," and she borrowed one of the guys' wetsuits. She just changed right in front of us. She looked beautiful. I mean, everyone was just like sitting in their jaws like just dropped. And as she like grabs the board and walking out, she's walking ahead of me. I just look at her legs, man, and they're just these long, beautiful legs, and everything about her is just gorgeous. Then we paddled out. We started to paddle out. And as she got into the water,
I can't sit here
on that
and listen to him
tight,
talking like this. I can't listen to him talking about his girlfriend the way he does. The images and the thoughts that go through my head, and I want to tell him to stop. I want to say, just stop talking about your lady. But I'm scared he's going to ask me why. And if I tell him my little secret, he's going to reject me. It makes me sad and it makes me angry that I think the things I do, but I don't control my thoughts anymore. I have a secret that I keep from everybody, and it's killing me. It started out innocently. At age 11, I found a few magazines at the bottom of my dad's cupboard. He knew I found them, he didn't care. They were filled with pictures of hot chicks in bikinis. At age 13, I found one under his mattress. And this is one he didn't want me to find. In this one, the girls didn't have bikinis on. At age 13, the fine line between nudity and pornography was blurred for me by girly magazines. Do you know that, Dad? Do you know that that was my first lesson in guy-girl relationships? I took it to high school, showed some of my friends, and they went mad. I was an instant hero. Then one of my buddies said his dad had videos, and that was it. Every chance we could get, we went to his house for a quick turn-on. And we'd sit around and we'd talk about the actresses in the movies, and we started talking about actresses in other movies. Pretty soon we were talking about the girls at school. Yes, at 16 I was imagining having sex with girls in my class. Beautiful girls have become things to me. Objects to lust over, to dream about, fantasies. What started out as a series of small choices I made as a teenager had become a big problem. Yeah, Dad, at 16 I was having sex with multiple partners in my head. Is that how you wanted me to learn about sex? At varsity it was joked about, no longer watched in groups with experimental fascination, but joked about in pubs and locker rooms. It was assumed that everybody was watching it, everybody was doing it, and everybody was okay with that. Ironic, eh? We assumed everybody was okay with that. Since I left varsity, I don't think I ever talked about it again. It became my little secret, something I would do but not have to admit to. But the more I watched those movies and read those magazines, the less I cared if anybody knew. Eventually, I don't think I had a conscience at all. Then I got a computer. The computer had the internet. It was never this easy for a quick turn-on. Total anonymity. No need to wear a disguise and sneak into a sex shop. For the cost of a phone call, in the privacy of my own room, I could feed the sexual animal inside of me. And the more I fed it, the more it wanted. The more it took over. At work, it was free. I could sit on the internet for hours downloading pictures and video clips. It was all there for the taking. But the lust and the pressure... I've become like a little rabbit running around because my mind's consumed with images of nakedness and promiscuity. Surely it's okay, I thought. It doesn't harm anybody. It's not like I'm acting on it. It's like a passive sin. I mean, I just look and the rest is in my head. Nobody knew, unlike other addictions. There was no smell on my breath, no cough, no external indications. It was completely secret. But I am addicted. I needed a fix every few hours, and I'd even reschedule a meeting if I had to wait for a picture to download or a clip to open. Pretty soon, I'd seen it all. Nothing could shock me. I didn't date anybody for years. If I did, all I wanted to do was get her in the sack. It never lasted long. But how could it, when I constantly needed new stimulation? I couldn't even hold a conversation with a girl without picturing her in some position that I've become a recluse. My only relationship, it's with my computer. But I need something. I need love from somewhere, but right now I don't even love myself. Dad, did you ever love Mom? If you did, why did you need that trash? Yes, I'm questioning your love for my mother. And don't tell me that porn spices up your marriage. I've seen Mother cry over it. Do you know that we used to go to church as a family? Funny, Dad. I would sit in church and the girls would rock up in their tight tops and their makeup and... Well, needless to say, I didn't hear a thing the pastor said. And I gave my life to the Lord. Well, most of it. This part I kept to myself because nobody knew about it. And I didn't think I was doing any harm. I just didn't think. I'm so worn out now. I just want to feel normal. I want to go and watch a movie and enjoy the storyline. And I want to go and talk to a girl. Just talk. One day I want to get married. I want to love somebody and be loved by someone. But I can't say those vows. I can't promise to be faithful to someone. I'm unfaithful every time I turn around. I'm unfaithful every time I log on. I'm an adulterer. Every time I open up one of those... That's what it is, adultery. I abuse women with my thoughts. I live in this perpetual darkness. I just want to be free. I want to touch my wife one day like a virgin. I want to know what it means to make love instead of have sex or shag. Yeah, I want to make love to a woman who's my wife and think only of her. I don't want to live like this anymore. I don't like what or who I've become. At first I was okay with a little bit of TNA, and then I needed hardcore, and then it's just gotten worse. I'm like the sick man dying with this parasite in my head. And what are the next options for me? Anal, gay, bestiality? Is what I'm saying making you embarrassed? Do I make you sick? Am I saying things you've thought? I can't make right choices anymore because I can't see through the darkness. And I'm terrified of what I might do next. If I can view the sick stuff that I get emailed and find it funny, what's the progression for me? Where do I go from here? It's getting harder and harder for me to get aroused. What if my next turn on is snuff? Or kids? What if it's kids? I need help. I need to talk to somebody I can trust, but most of all, I need to talk to Jesus. But I'm too ashamed. He's the only one who knows my silent sin. But that's okay. I just want to tell him I'm sorry for what I've become. I know this is my struggle, my fight, and I will fight it every day for the rest of my life if I have to. And unlike other addictions, I can't just isolate myself and go cold turkey because it's everywhere. TV, adverts, magazines. It's not going to be easy, but I have to get out of this rut. I know that this is my problem, and what's art to you is a temptation to me, and what's nice and sexy to you is a stumbling block to me, and I need to deal with that. I have to take control, but I need your help. Even if you never look at me the same again, Brian. Even if this changes everything. That's okay, everything's gotta change. Brian, stop.
What?
I gotta tell you something.
I've been waiting for your river. I've been waiting here for far too long.